The Land of Now and Then, Magic Islands by Irene Edwards. Tonight is the night when the red moon will make Father Time stand still for 30 seconds. And we must decide before the midnight hour of this night whether we keep our enemies, the criminal purple wizards, amongst us. For it would seem that none of us want to do that. The chief red wizard nodded wisely. No, we will never, ever want to keep the criminal purple wizards here in our red vortex, cried all the red wizards in chorus. Oh dear, the chief red wizard sniffed, as he plumped himself down on the ground, crossed his legs and leant forward, placing his head between his hands. Let me tell you all a riddle, and perhaps you will recognize this certain secretive, magical place from my words. It is not in jail, but it is in trap. It is not in discovery, but it is in map. It is not in planet, but it is in world. It is a place where everywhere meets anywhere, and where any species meets every species. Oh, bother! Do get on with it, chief wizard. For I am in no mood for riddles, and neither is anyone else. We just need a solution, that is all, cried an impatient red wizard. And all the other red wizards agreed. So, can no one solve my riddle tonight? Asked the chief red wizard. We know of no such place, the red wizards frowned, then asked, So tell us more. This curious place, where is it? It is a very curious place, for there is no such place. It is invisible and magical. It is close to and part of the Magic Islands, and is called the Land of Now and Then. It is a rather strange place, for it holds many secrets, whispered the chief red wizard. And it is certainly not a place where anyone would wish to volunteer to enter, for it is surrounded by ghastly, ghostly, thick green cloud. The red wizards shuddered. How do you know of this place, chief red wizard? Asked the apprentice wizard. I have been told by few who have witnessed this vision. The records of their words are written in a red velvet-covered book, stored in a box opened only by a precious golden key, which holds secrets that have been hidden away for centuries. The Land of Now and Then is a mystical place. It holds a magical power so great, so secretive, and so fearful that only beasts who carry magical purity of wonder, or witches who are able to reach into darker shadows, or children with gentle souls, or certain chosen magical visitors are allowed to enter. The Land of Now and Then, whispered the red wizards in awe. Who has told you of these things, chief? How do you know this place truly exists? And what are you proposing to do? Oh, so many questions. It is simple. When the red moon is at its fullest eclipse with the sun tonight, the Land of Now and Then slumbers. When the moon flashes and sparkles, sending out its red beams, and when pain leaps to the eyes of those who watch the spectacle of light, it will be time when the light beams will dance and provoke. Tonight, by arrangement with Ambrosius, the wizard of the magical forest of the Magic Islands, we shall expect, at the midnight hour, the magical light beams to reach up even as high as our red vortex, and therefore bounce through the moonlit skies. Then shall begin the commencement of the mystical pause by Father Time, before all clocks stop. Tonight, wizards, we will meet again, and my plan for the purple wizards will reveal itself. So come, red wizards, and prepare yourself for a joyous evening. It was just before midnight when the rather aggressive and rude wizard, Izzy Odorous, and his gang of purple wizards awoke from the most uncomfortable sleep in their security-locked prison cell in the red wizard's vortex, where they had remained for the last 48 hours. The cell was chillingly cold, and their mattresses extremely hard and narrow. So narrow that the larger wizards kept tumbling off the edge of their beds onto the floors. A distant clanking and laughter could be heard, ringing out across the skies surrounding the magical red vortex. The noises the red wizards made with their whooping and giggling became so loud that the purple wizards wondered why their enemies were behaving in such a wild manner. The worst thing was that the purple wizards had become so stiff, without enough space in the tiny cell to sprawl or stretch their legs, that when they finally stood and stretched their arms, their old joints and bones cricked and cracked and moaned. The purple wizards felt edgy and angry. They were in need of food and drink, having not eaten for ages. "What is happening outside tonight?" Izzy Odorous, the leader of the purple wizard gang, asked. He listened again, then sighed. "I do believe the red wizards are flying around the heavens on their broomsticks. How curious! And they're having a celebration party because they have captured and imprisoned us." Izzy shrugged his shoulders, sneezed loudly, and continued. "Achoo! They are delighting in disturbing our sleep. How dare they throw us in their cell, imprison us and keep us from our sleep? All because we did some mischievous things a while ago? I always believed that the red wizards were a vengeful bunch. But fear not, gang, for I shall make a complaint to the chief red wizard at the first light of day tomorrow, and I shall insist that we are freed again, away from this place. Just look at this tiny cell, with its black walls. Hardly a chink of light enters, by day or night, and it's freezing cold in here." Achoo! Izzy sneezed again. He and his men became more and more annoyed as they tried again to snuggle down on their hard benches, but still failed to sleep. There was little point in even thinking of sleep, because the clanking noises outside were growing louder and louder. Suddenly, a grating noise screamed out of the heavy metal prison doors, flew open with a haunting screech. As the doors slammed from open to shut again, a cold flow of night air blew across the purple wizards' faces. They opened their eyes fully to feel a sharp shaft of red, magical starlight enter the cell from the doorway and brighten up the room. Clouded by a cascade of magical dust was the chief red wizard, dressed in his red gown and tall red wizard hat. He pointed his fingers towards the purple wizards and flashed them through the air, allowing flickers of red light to fly from his garlanded ruby red rings. To Izzy's surprise, the chief red wizard was grinning. Izzy stared at him, feeling slightly confused, then opened his mouth to complain about the noise. "Tell your men to stop their awful noises at once," he began. But he spoke no further, for the chief red wizard was casting his sly, roving eye around the room, speaking slowly and quietly in a low, monotone voice. You are free to leave this cell, the Chief Red Wizard was saying. We are releasing you all tonight. And what's more, I bring you good news that the Red Wizards have invited you to join them in an evening of fun, games, and entertainment. Fun and games? Entertainment? Whispered the Purple Wizards, as they gasped in disbelief. Yes, feel free to step outside these cells, and if you would like to follow me to food and drinks table, we shall begin the fun. The Purple Wizards climbed to their feet in surprise. Why? Izzy asked suspiciously, sneering at the Red Wizard. Why? He snapped again, in a confused tone of voice. Surely this can't be so. What is this lie you tell? Are we being tricked? The Chief Red Wizard said no more. Instead, he opened the prison door once more and pointed out to the fresh, cold night air which continued to rush towards them. Step outside to the courtyard. The night air is wonderful. It tingles your nostrils, freshens the lungs, clears the brains, stirs the senses and cheers the soul. Step outside. See for yourselves. Izzy led the way, mumbling in disbelief. You must be tricking us. Why should you Red Wizards be concerned about our nostrils, lungs, brains, senses, and souls? Come, all we ask is that you step outside into the night air, breathe in deeply and enjoy the evening with us, sniggered the Chief Red Wizard. So, Izzy and the other Purple Wizards followed the Chief Red Wizard, shuffling one behind the other until they had gathered outside in the night air. The Red Wizards were a jolly crowd. Some Red Wizards were dancing, others were singing, and many were just sitting in a circle on the ground and laughing, or playing magical card tricks with each other. Other Red Wizards whooped and yelled as they looped and circled the heavens on their broomsticks. We all invite you to join in with our dancing and games tonight. As you can see, the party fun has already begun. There are plenty of food to eat and lots to drink. We will all celebrate your freedom and welcome you to our Red Wizard's Vortex. The Purple Wizard grinned and stepped forward to the tables piled high with buffet food, for they would eat first and play later. They collected their plates and stacked them high with sausages, pies, cheese, and pickles, and poured their drinks. In fact, they were so hungry that their tummies rumbled, so they ate and ate, as they had been told to do, until their tummies grew swollen and they felt contented. It was almost midnight when suddenly the red vortex began to jolt and shake from side to side. Moonbeams shuffled in through the open red vortex door, and the red shadows of magical moonlight crept into the courtyard, landing as blobs at the feet of the Purple Wizards. I believe the moonbeams have joined us at this midnight hour and are ready to play our red spot game with us. Come, Purple Wizards, do join in. The Chief Red Wizard pointed. Do you all see the red spots on the ground? We do, chorused the Purple Wizards, who now felt friendly and warm from their food and drink. Hermes will play a tune on his lyre, and you will all jump forward onto the large red spot on the ground when the music stops. Those who fail to land on the spot will be put out of the game. It is similar to a game called musical chairs. The winners will be those wizards who have secured a spot to stand on when the music of the lyre stops. Izzy ran his fingers through his beard. Then he bent down to take a closer look at the red spots. These spots are made of some type of flashing red beams of light, he told his gang. They are nothing to fear. Besides, this is an easy game to play. And we Purple Wizards will all win, of course. Izzy laughed. And what will be our prize if we land on a red spot? Well, Izzy, giggled the chief red wizard, the prize must be a magical surprise. Then we will agree to play if the magical surprise can be broomsticks. Broomsticks? Very well. We will play for magical broomsticks, giggled the chief red wizard, for he knew he had a crafty plan, and it was working perfectly. The magic seemed to happen when the clock on the tall tower shuddered and rang out 12 chimes. It was a special time in the magical calendar, for it was the only time of the year when time stopped and stood still. And it was the case that when time stood still and paused, all peculiar magical happenings usually occurred. The red wizards hummed a haunting tune before the music silenced and Hermes put down his lair. As the music stopped, the purple wizards very foolishly jumped with both feet onto a spot of red light on the ground before them. Delighted that they had each reached a red spotlight, they clapped their hands in glee and promptly sat down, cross-legged, each sprawled on their red spot. Feeling very pleased and triumphant with themselves, they laughed. We have all won this game. Just see how the red wizards have themselves failed to gain even one red spot to sit on. Little did they realize that they had been tricked, and they gasped as the red spots they sat on suddenly changed into floating discs of light, danced frivolously through the air, increasing in speed as they carried the purple wizards with them. Eventually, the red discs shot them all out through the open red vortex door. One after another, the purple wizards were thrust forward as they tumbled into the magical heavens, where they seemed to float on their little magical red discs of light. "We have been tricked!" Izzy gasped in a bewildered tone of voice, as he tried to understand what had actually happened. With uncontrollable force, the discs of light descended downwards. Below them, the purple wizards once more recognized the familiar shape of planet Earth, like a blue jewel in the skies. And there, glimmering in a halo of magical sparkle, "What's happening to us?" chorused the fearful purple wizards. The path of red light beams swerved and veered as the purple wizards were guided towards a shivering green mass of land covered by mysterious haze, hovering close to the magic islands. They yelled as the green, hazy cloud wrapped itself around them, and they tumbled helplessly from their discs of light with a flying toss.